Man, checking in, man. We back at the Fall Shop, man. You already know how we do it, man. We got people in and out, man. Artists, supervisors, pimps, players. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Speaking of, man, I got my dog right here, man. Kaine, Jilla.
Yeah.
What up, my G?
Hey,
man.
Good, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Now, what do I call you, bro? Do I call you a pimp? What do I call you, my nigga?
Oh, yeah, man, definitely. I'm the biggest pimp. You know?
Okay.
I'm actually nominated for Pimp of the Year this year, man. Be at the Players Bar with Pimpin, Kaine, Don Juan, and all the biggest players, man. Yes, sir.
That right. That's what I already know. That's why they're my partner. You feel me? I gotta learn some shit, man. I gotta sharpen my game back up. You feel me? I done let my game die all the way out, my nigga. Like, that's a sin, ain't it?
The Ball have definitely been circulating all over social media, so I've definitely been seeing y'all work.
Absolutely, you know. We'll have my man Ugly Money Nietzsche there hosting as well, man. Shouts out to Ugly Money, the whole crew.
Shout out to Ugly Money.
Yeah, that's lit, man. Hey, man, so, man, just lace. First of all, I don't know where to start, you feel me? I dug into, you know, the knowledge of, and it's more than, you know, when we say pimping, we ain't talking about I'm talking about just putting good game out there, man, presenting yourself in a very presentable way, you feel me? Being attractive to the surroundings. People want to come up to you and holler at you and ask you, oh, is that Margella? I seen her ask you last night, is that crocodile or alligator, my nigga? You feel me? So, man, just speak on that, man. How is it like, a lot of people think it's a lost art, bro.
Yeah, you know, well, it's been down for a lot of years because, you know, lately they've been putting us in movies and different content almost as jokes and comedians, you know. You know, you see the Jeromes in the house and the Cat Williams and all the funny stuff, but, you know, they don't promote the other side of the real cats that's out here doing this, putting their life and their freedom on the line. You know, and it's a serious business, you know, and we stand as, you know, almost the superheroes in the neighborhood. You know, we the biggest, the coolest, you know, the most knowledgeable. So how dare they, you know, put us in movies and content as a joke? You know, it's a real deal, you know.
That's real, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and speaking of, man, as far as a real deal situation, a few months ago, man, or month, whatever, I heard you speak up for the DJs, man, as far as there's a lot of talk going on about the DJ versus the artist and all this, man. And you put a lot of good game out there, man, that I really appreciate, man. If you would, man, just kind of speak on the importance of a DJ from your, you know, since I'm a DJ, man, shout out DJ Who. So from your standpoint, right, how does a DJ work into all this, should we say, like the musical, the new Atlanta, how they, you know, Atlanta, the new Hollywood and all this shit? You know, how does the DJ work into the music scene, man, from your point of view?
I mean, well, you gotta know, everybody, as far as artists try to say that they don't need the DJs, you know, and they going off online, but at the end of the day, the DJ is in person and you need the people. You know, like Spotify don't throw events and bring people out and get you, you know, play your music and do all, you need the DJ. Spotify ain't in the clubs in the city where all the people come, you know, it's the DJ. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely show respect to the DJs. Shouts out to the coalition DJs, man. They do a lot of helping for the artists, you know? All of them, man. X, Funky, all of them, man. One time for all of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, you be at New Music Monday a lot, too, man. I appreciate that shit, bro.
Absolutely.
You be in there representing, man.
So no.
What's the artist? You got an artist you messing with up close?
Yeah, definitely, man. I got the BGS, the Boss Girl Status, you know, and you know, we 26 strong right now, and half of them are artists. So, you know, I can go down the list all day, but you definitely tap in with me on social media. You'll see us pushing 7 days a week, you know. We in the clubs, we in the events, you know, we doing reality TV shows, we doing the radios, we doing a lot, you know. All of them is in motion, equally.
Yeah, that's lit. That's
absolutely,
lit.
Man.
Speaking of boss lady artists, we got one right here next to you, Miss K. Shamir. Speak to her, Kaine. How you doing today? It's your first time on camera.
Good. Yes, it is. I was a little late, but I'm definitely enjoying the conversation. I mean, I was waiting to get in, but you know, you
take
was
over.
carrying it. You
Take
was
over.
doing a good job.
Take over.
There's some collective information. I definitely did like a lot of the things that you spoke on, like, you know, the DJs and the promotion, them being the groundwork, what you call back in the day. Those was what the footwork soldiers, you know. Now everything is so digital, so, you know, people think that social media, you know, it is a wave with algorithms, but you still need those people to get out there and engagement, because not everybody is on social media. Not everybody cares about Instagram or, you know, IG. I mean, I said that Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you know. Most people still listen to the radios, 97.9, 107.1, 92.3, 94.5 streets. I mean, me personally, I love listening to the radio because, you know, what I don't get off of Instagram or social media networks, I can always get off of the radio, and then I can go look up information myself from the outside people, you know. And I think in this generation, you know, it's kind of getting to where people don't really communicate as much, you know. At the end of the day, you have a persona, you know. Most people, if you are in the entertainment business, you also have a you, and then you have a character to put on. So a lot of times the outside looking in, they get confused on what's what in the business, but everything is merely an illusion to me.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It's just how you know, educate yourself and how you conduct yourself to the next level, you know.
True.
So that was a lot of good information.
Absolutely.
And once again, shout out to the Coalition DJs, because, you know, I've been in Middle Georgia for a long time, and me personally, you know, that was my agenda 2016, 2014, you know, way back 2013, 2012, when it was, you know, DJ B Moss down here, and, you know, it was other DJs, and they was bringing the Migos to Galleria, throwing no team parties and showcases, real artist showcases that had collective minds in there and something to actually give the people, versus now paying all this money, you know what I'm saying, just to get bamboozled. It was really a time to be, you know, just being alive, and it was just a good feel of things back versus now, just looking at how things were. So it's just like, you know, I got to see it change, and, you know, I get to see other people coming to Middle Georgia, because me personally, I've been in 478 all my life, and I always thought, you know, well, in history, other artists that pop, you know, or different things, you know, their city won't support them. So a lot of times they go to another city and they make a name for themselves, and then, you know, everybody join the bandwagon. And it's just like in Middle Georgia, once again, Middle Georgia thinks that, you know, it's only one lane, or, you know, oh, the DJ coalition does not matter. Well, guess what? I'm here in 2024, and it's not one artist that I know that's a main artist that has not hit that stage in the coalition DJ. And it's not for anybody to put you on collectively, but it's for you to get others' opinions so that you can go to the next level. You understand? So you're getting feedback along with that package of you hitting the stage. You're also getting a package deal of you getting, you know, your performance on record. You're being able to get interviewed by these certain DJs, and these DJs are not based in Atlanta. The coalition DJ is worldwide. And also, when you're registered, when you actually have your paperwork in effect and you're registered as a artist, then guess what? These DJs are out here in field work. You get paid every time that they play your song, a coalition DJ. And a lot of people don't like to, you know, talk about that, because social media has ran with things, and TikTok is making everybody famous. But let's just keep it real. It's still a chain of command at the end of the day. It's a shift, but it's always a chain of command, because in order to get to the next level, you're gonna have to do the work. It doesn't matter if the plane shift or not. Without no works, what they say, you can have faith without no works. You can have faith without no works. You can have faith without no works. But if you do not have both together, then how do you expect to get anywhere? And me personally, I had to take that own advice, because I've did a lot, you understand, and a lot of me not taking advantage of opportunities and things like that has set me back. But it's also a learning process. And at the end of the day, if you don't recognize where you're at in your life and the cycles that you're going through, then, I mean, hey, we're just running around in circles talking about a bunch of nothing.
So with all that being said, artists, make sure you got your music uploaded, you know, registered, when you say you get paid every time. That's only if your shit is on title. So if you emailing niggas and think you gonna get paid, it don't get paid.
It doesn't work like that.
You gotta make sure all your paperwork together, man. So, hey man, and that lead me to another question to ask you, bro. Like, give some advice to like artists, right? Like how you said they started putting a spin on the pimping, right? Thinking it's all a game, right? Talk to these artists that might think it's all a game. How you gotta be serious about your shit. You feel me? Like put that together, like, you know what I'm saying? Pimping, real pimping, taking it serious and doing your thing, and being an artist. That's kind of the same thing, like being a serious artist, not just bullshitting, thinking it's a joke.
Yeah, well, like you said it like that, to put them together, you know, we doing this cross country, you know, so I would encourage artists, you know, don't be afraid to expand out of your hometown or just with your clique of folks, or if you a blood, don't be afraid to link with GDs, or if you from Cincinnati, don't be afraid to link with folks from Miami, or, you know, do different platforms, because it's a big world out here and people can get caught up in, you know, doing the same thing with the same folks and wonder why they ain't going nowhere. It's new places, new faces, and new situations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
Man, that's real.
and I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask, and I mean, just in case people don't know, what is a pimp? How would you define the word pimp?
I mean, well, it's different pimps out here, you know, but the truest is working on, you know, multiple plans of success, you know, because it's not all about, you know, the image of what people would see as, you know, pimping and hoeing and, you know, you taking money from girls and sex and this, you know, it's a lot of business behind this, you know. If you talk to a lot of pimps, you know, they knowledgeable, you know, they trying to get some money in all different ways, you know, so they got knowledge on how to get money in all different ways, especially in these times, which have changed from the hustle of the 70s and the 80s with the old pimps, you know. It's a new way of doing this, you know. We got the internet now. They ain't even had the internet back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's definitely a lot to learn as far as getting money, you know, with a pimp, you know, to lead and guide, you know, the people under you. You know, you got to have knowledge on getting some money, because that's what they want to do. That's why they got down on your team. They want to get some money.
So why do you think that most people have, like, you know, this image of what a pimp is, or just associate them with, like you said, just hoeing, just, you know, no business intuitive at all? Why do you think that they have this persona when, like you said, a pimp job is to basically take others and give them an opportunity to make money so that you all can make money collective as a whole, right?
Yeah, you know,
Right.
I think they got caught up in a lot of the imitators, the perpetrators, and the picture takers, you know, and those was the folks that fucked the game up, you know. But when you meet the truest, you know, somebody that's really down and put their heart, soul, and mind and money and investments and everything into this, you'll see it's everything but fraud, you know. It's something beautiful that a lot of people would consider, that never considered it when they meet the real deal, because they see it ain't all about content and it ain't all about, you know, joking and, you know, trying to lie and manipulate women. They see it's a lot of business behind this, you know.
Yeah. And you know, pimping just doesn't, it just doesn't correspond with the gender, because men get pimped, women get pimped.
Absolutely.
The same. It's no separate, it's either or. And me personally, you know, I just think, coming from my aspect, you know, my grandmother was a pimp and she's a pastor now, but you know, I've had my little days, you know. I just really think a pimp is more so of a leader, because, you know, I can come with collective individuals, and like you said, if I'm thinking about getting money, but guess what? Their mission is to get money, but sometimes they don't have the collective mind to get the money. And that's not to belittle anybody or anything, because I think that's what a lot of times people like to abuse the kind of power that they have. But, you know, I think that a pimp's position is, once again, in order, you're the rogue, the shot caller. You understand? You're putting it to effect, and you always want to make sure that somebody has your back, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So if you're out here moving and you're making business moves, then you know that you're gonna have to have somebody holding your back, a family, you know, somebody in place. So once again, if I know that I can't think collectively as a whole, but I got somebody else that's aligning with me, that's able to, you know what I'm saying, make the visions come true, then it's just like, why wouldn't I? Don't you see world leaders come together all the time?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wouldn't you call that pimping?
Yeah, you know, like you said, America
isn't that what America is based upon?
Yeah.
I got a product, I got a bill, I'm gonna put it out here, I'm gonna see what the collective minds think, I'm gonna see who follows. It's a poll.
Yeah.
Power is one's knowledge and ability to wield other thoughts and actions.
Yeah. Even when you go to the grocery store and you buy fruits and vegetables, you just got pimped.
Facts.
You know, somebody else is growing it out the ground, you know, chopping it up and quadrupling the price on you, you know, and putting stuff into it of what they want you to do and how they want you to act. So
Say that
you know,
again.
You get pimped
Versus
through
you
food,
putting the work
you know?
together and collectively growing that own in the back of your yard.
Yeah,
All it
you
takes
know
is
what I'm
a
saying?
seed to plant.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, you know, with a lot of my people and the people around me, they know I don't go against the grain and pimp against folk, you know. I share my information, you know. So that's why you'll see in my group, I got a lot of madams, you know, because they got the female side of the game, you know, and I give them the game so they can be boss girls with status. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about manipulating people. That's not
Facts.
pimping, you know. There's pimps out here that help folks, that put folks on, that show them the money move, you know. And I'm one of them, you know. I'm not a manipulator.
That's real as shit,
That's
bro.
real.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, so and just I got another homegirl. I'm gonna let her get right here, and I'm gonna let them give you some female questions back and forth, right, and see how you handle that. And I'm gonna just sit back and take notes, right?
Okay.
But look,
okay.
just so how can the average guy, right, the day-to-day, the 9-to-5 worker, you feel me? Everybody want to be like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all feel like I'm a pimp in the back of my mind. You feel me? And so it's different when you actually put that shit on. You feel me? How can the average day-to-day 9-to-5 guy, right? How can we incorporate pimping into our swag and just on just the lowest level? Like, how get some advice to a nigga that ain't got no game or some shit or whatever. You feel me? How can the average 9-to-5 worker or guy or whatever incorporate some swag into their shit?
I mean, swag and pimping is different, you know, like
I was about to say,
if
come on
it
now.
ain't in you and it's on you, you already lost, you know. So
Yeah.
there's another side of it called tricks. You know, they might as well be tricks and still be able to, you know, uppower and uplift this whole pimping thing, you know, because we need tricks too. Everybody can't be a pimp, you know.
Yeah.
Just like every girl can't be a hoe, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So yeah, if it's something that's not for you or in you, you know, it ain't no need to mess the game up. We got enough of folk messing the game up, you know? So if it's really in you or you was born into it, it's in your soul, it's running through your veins, then yeah, say it loud and proud, represent it, you know? But yeah, I wouldn't suggest nobody to just try this, you know? This is not something that, you know, you just try and you get better at as you work. You gotta really have a calling, you know, from the higher power. You know, this gotta be in you, not on you.
That's real.
And I don't want to let that go over people's heads, what he just said, because he just gave some collective information to you all guys. Like he said, a lot of people think that, you know, they see this and it's a trend and they think they can just jump in it, but it's not even for them. And I just feel like that's what's going on right now in this world. Like, everybody can't be a hoe. A lot of y'all got little girls and little boys that's growing up, and everybody can't play the gangster. Everybody can't play the prostitute. Everybody can't play, you get what I'm saying, these parts that are being played. Like, somebody else has to be something else. Who are going to be the doctors, the lawyers, the healers? You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing that's going on with the world, that I don't want to let that go over y'all head, because it seems like the image is to just take on these personas of these certain people, when, listen, individuality is a key.
Yeah.
It always have been.
Yeah, that'll mess the game up, man, because mismanagement is damagement, is what I was told, you know. So if you're not ready to lead and guide, man, you'll mess a whole lot of folk up in the world we live in. So, you know, let those that have the calling for it, you know, do their job.
Right. And a lot of y'all can go look this up right now. You know, it's definitely a shift. Hey, Sony just fired about half of their people. So y'all need to just definitely be doing researches on all these organizations, Universal, things like that. Just things that people are intuitive and mixed with, and just do your own research. There's nothing wrong with doing your own research.
Absolutely.
You want to learn the thing, what they said, the 3 L's: listen, learn, and what is is that
You
nice?
love, nigga.
No, it's not. It's listen, learn. I think it's like read or something. Listen,
And
learn.
levitate. That's what she meant to say. Listen,
It's
learn,
an old
and
school
levitate.
saying. I'm
When
sorry
you
if I
listen,
didn't.
you're gonna
You're
learn
right.
something, and that's how you're gonna levitate.
Yeah, I just
I'ma
remember
leave it at
old
that.
people telling me that, like, you know, when they had read, write, and arithmetic, like, I'm a 96 baby, so don't mark my words, but I did remember listening and learning, because back in the day, that's all they had to do. If you didn't listen, then how were you supposed to learn, and then how can you execute?
That's
If
right.
you don't listen, you can't learn anything.
That's right. You got to execute, so
And
you
that's
can
the
levitate,
game. Life
and then
is
you'll
a game.
elevate.
It's within you
know?
to learn to elevate.
That's
Come on.
right.
With that being said, I'm gonna be right back. I'm finna bring somebody else in. Hold on.
Okay, so we back again, and this time, you know, we just want to know, you know, here's some collective answers to some conversations that we kind of throw at you, me and Exotic over here. So Exotic, this is, you know, a real pimp, OG. So, you know, before the segment that you came in, we talked about, you know, the different personas of, you know, pimps and different, you know, ideas and things that people project a pimp to be, or the process, or even in the music industry, you being a young artist, because, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand. So what are some of the questions that you might want to ask him or throw out there?
Where you pimp at?
Cross country, you know, we started in Atlanta, Tennessee, you know, we done moved this thing to Virginia, Mississippi, we crossed the country with it. You know, I'm planning to go out
Wait,
the
okay,
country
so you
next,
get like, it's
you know,
serious?
females from different states, you saying? Yeah, you know.
Real life pimp.
Yeah, my girl here is from Alabama, you know, we got girls from Tennessee, you know, from all
That is
across.
so crazy.
You know?
Why did I not think that when I've seen you?
Oh, wow, I mean, shit, because it's in me, it's not just on me, so you got to look within the person, you know. You was looking on the outer layer, you know.
No, I just
Gotta
would never
talk to me,
thought.
see
I
what's
just
in
wouldn't.
me.
I just didn't think.
So
I
how
would
would
never
you
thought.
think a pimp looks like?
No, I don't think they look like nothing. It just
His
now when you
persona.
first, yeah, like when you first see somebody, you don't instantly think something negative or like something bad or something
So would you
positive,
associate
something
a pimp with negative?
extraordinary. You say what?
So would you associate a pimp with like negativeness?
No. I'm saying like, you don't look like what you is. You don't like what you go through type of situation. Not
Like
saying
judging
it's,
a book
Okay.
by
yeah,
cover.
basically.
Right.
Like I would never just. I would just probably like that's how he dressed. That's what he wanted to wear today.
Like he's
That's real, that's
spiffy.
real.
Like,
Yeah,
is
like
he
I would never
stylish
thought
now?
nothing else other than that. It's
Right.
just now that y'all done said it, I'm like, God damn, wait, what?
I don't know y'all. Now the Kaine kind of gave it away a little bit, y'all.
Okay, yeah, it could have, but what if he had something wrong?
No, she's right. I
Yeah.
appreciate her for
What if
that.
he
has
just
a
like
range
what if that?
of
What if he
going
like
on.
wearing that? Cause people like wearing capes. Like,
Yeah.
what if he just like walking with a cane?
He could have had the Ray
You're
Charles
right.
going on. She right.
Every nigga with a suit is not, you know, in pursuit, you know, so you can't believe these niggas.
Right,
These
he did
niggas,
That was
you
smooth.
know,
He slid with
right
that
there.
one. You
That
did the
was
same with that
smooth
one.
now. I like that.
Yeah, you know, so I appreciate you for looking into the person and not
Yeah.
just believing that I was him just because I got on a suit. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Right.
true of you.
And I was just gonna sit here and chill anyway. It's
yeah,
just
for
crazy
sure.
to me. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
lit though. Okay, what I gotta ask?
Any question that first come to mind to throw at him?
Any question, ask me anything.
And I watch shit like this too. So it's just like, what could I ask you? I feel like that man behind the
Ask me
camera.
anything. It could be the craziest thing, the
I ain't gonna ask
wildest,
the craziest.
nastiest,
Y'all
most
can't
off the
think
chain
of it.
shit you ever heard. Ask me.
So when a female, okay, I was gonna word it wrong. When you a pimp, do you use their money, or do you like invest it into them, or do you like how did that pay rate go?
No, see, you know, we
Because
we
what you
tryna
pimping, what's
build
the
something, you know,
purpose
so,
of anything?
You know, when you utilize certain words, you know, they mean something. You know, I'm not trying to take away. You know, I'm not trying to just spend nothing either. You know, I'm trying to build something. You know, they know that I have a plan behind this money. I'm not just, you know, using it for me to get fly or me to go eat good and do good. It's like
So they look like
they
you.
are me, so we trying to build something for all of us. You know, they give me money, I give them, you know, exactly what they money's supposed to give them. You know, success, you know, everything from the light, from the sun, the moon, like we going to the stars with this money. We're not just using this to look good and for content. It's business behind this, you know, we trying to build.
And you invest your money as well, right?
Absolutely. You know, I put a lot of money into this. I put my heart, mind, soul, everything I got into this, you know. Everything is ism, you know. I put it all in there, you know.
That's cool. Cause I was just like, what would be the purpose of it? Like, I don't want to have the money to myself. I always just thought about where the money went. Like, if you got a pimp, I just feel like that means somebody's over you and you just doing what you told. That's basically a job, honestly. But how would you be getting paid from it? I never understood. Cause I know they want something from it. They probably not fucking you. They probably ain't feeding you. They probably ain't clothing you. Like, what's the purpose of you having one?
No, we do. It's a lot of protection and, you know, from those type of people with this, you know. People come, you know, into pimping because they want to be protected from the world that is trying to finesse them. Like America's trying to finesse you. You know, America's trying to take from you. America's trying to set you up, you know. So a leader, whether you want to call them a pimp, a manager, or anything, you know, that's why you need a manager or a pimp or whatever you want to call it, a husband, you know, a overhead, a man, because he's helping you not get finessed by America.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like what the labels do.
Yeah,
Pimpin'.
you know.
Yeah, you know, being an artist. Yeah. You know, if I have a label, they either become a liability or they either become an asset. You know, a lot of these record labels, they fund prison systems, you know what I'm saying? So let's just say I want an artist that's rapping about killing exotic. Well, I would definitely sign that rapper that's rapping about killing. Why? Because he has a high chance of dying in reality. I mean, yeah, he may have good music, but just think about the outcome on the corporate side of things. I just made money off of this individual that was choosing to crash out. He just got pimped.
Yeah.
That's what pimping is. I gave him all of the limelight, and though I said this is your money, but I invested the money, so where is my return at? Because anytime you do business, nothing is free. So at the end of the day, if it's not benefiting to both of you, then at the end of the day, somebody is liable.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I don't got no dummies, you know, so if I wasn't leading correctly and making sense of the situation, you know, my girls would be leaving me left and right. There's been nothing left me in a couple of days if I ain't make sense of this situation, you know. So it's just like a record label, you know. If your manager or your label ain't getting you right, you're like, I'm out of this contract, you know. So yeah, I gotta make sense of this and be, you know, honest with them and fair with them, you know, to make the most sense out of the situation. So we all win, like you said. This is for both of us to win.
Yeah.
Not just me. They ain't out there working and doing what they do and making all this happen for me to get big. This is for us. You know what I mean?
Being from that information that we just learned, I have one last question. What do you think the difference or the change is from back in the day, how things was, and let's just really just, you know, go back and how things was. Back in the day, you had black-owned businesses, you had, you know, the black music culture to themselves. Everything was peace, love, unity, coming together as a whole to make what? Money, so that we can be of power. Something that, you know, us as a collective individual black people that we couldn't really do like other cultures and things like that, like the Mexicans or the white people until now this time of day. Being a pimp from back in the day, what do you think that some of the changes that we're experiencing now? Because it's at a whole nother level. Everything is overly exposed.
Yeah,
things are out of hand. Things that, you know, like you said, things that you would consider yourself, but a persona coming from this new age. What do you think and why? Like how and why, or what are we gonna do about that?
The resources, the laws, and the game, it all changed, you know. So you gotta know now that we got a lot more we can utilize, you know, and a better way we can go about the game is new age pimps rather than being in the 70s. Whole new game for them.
And that's it. And once again, we have it. You already know. It's your girl, Kaine Shamir, fooling at the Fog Shop. Shout out to DJ Who. And we also have...
Ooh.
All right. And then our girl, Exotica. You supposed to say your name.
Jilla, you know.
Jilla. I'm so sorry.
I tell you again.
Big Daddy, you
You
know.
said both of them.
Big Daddy Willy Wonka, the Stacey Adams Stomper, you know what I'm saying? 2 times.